All right, so I got this new project here. I picked up this mini bike, pretty cheap. It actually runs and drives just fine. It's got a little Chinese 6 horsepower motor in it, 6.5 horsepower. But we're gonna be completely redoing this thing. I'm gonna repaint it, I'm gonna vinyl wrap it, and I'll be putting a new motor in it because I impulse bought this. So yeah, we're gonna be stuffing this in there. Already got everything I needed. New handlebars. I just got a cheap 10-foot chain because I don't know what size I'm gonna need. Torque converter. But yeah, this is why I need throttle cable. And then the brake lever, actually almost crashed this when I first got it. It's completely cracked. Zip tie's doing a good job now, but with that motor in it, I really do not want to rely on that shitty brake. So yeah, let's get this apart and I'll get it painted. All right, so I got old shitty motor out and the Ghost in. Obviously, I'm gonna paint the frame first. I just wanted to make sure I didn't have to cut this down here. This actually kind of had a strange little setup. Now, I don't know much about mini bikes, so some of you who maybe do might think I'm an idiot for thinking this is cool, but I've never seen anything like this. So you had your clutch here. I probably should have showed this while I was still on the bike. There was another gear on here. So essentially, you would have your chain going from the clutch to this gear, and then this gear going to your rear sprocket. I don't even know what the benefits of that are. I just thought that was a neat design. But yeah, so one thing that I'm concerned about with this is the rear sprocket. I don't know to the torque converter's gear ratio. Like I don't know how all this is gonna work out. I have no idea. I don't work on mini bikes. I just honestly impulse bought all of this shit. So we're just gonna figure it out as it goes. So yeah, we'll see how this runs with this different sprocket on. I'm gonna get this motor back out of here, clean the frame, paint it. I'm gonna get all this these fenders off, the gas tank off. I need to rebolt this on because I'm a jackass and I took the handlebars off without actually taking the hardware off, which I need to take off, so I will have to do that. I'm gonna try to get it off like the way it is, but I doubt that's gonna work out. But yeah, so we'll get to it. All right, so it's finally stripped down. So now I'm just gonna pretty much clean it and just spray paint it matte black. I'm gonna be wrapping these panels like a sparkle gloss purple, but I have to paint them because I don't even know what the fuck this is. I don't know what they were doing. So I don't know if it was like they were trying to make it look like rust, but it just looks like ass. So so yeah, I'm just gonna paint this, get the panels painted and sanded. I'm just gonna use sandable primer, paint it, sand it down. Once I smooth it out, it's a good enough surface to wrap on. I've done that with other stuff before. And then we'll start putting it back together with the new motor. I got the motor in. I repainted the frame just to get a fresh coat of paint on it. Got an actual gas tank on there now. It's not gonna clear the frame, so I had to get a engine riser. So I'm gonna put this in. I don't also have a chain as well. The chain I ordered is a bicycle chain. That's obviously not going to work. I thought it was the right size. I just wasn't paying attention to the listing, I guess. I may have a chain laying around that I could rig up to use, but we're just gonna get this riser on, get the engine filled up with oil, and get some gas in here, and we'll start it up and see how it sounds. I also had to get rid of the old pipe that was here, the one that came with like the performance kit, this one over here, it just wasn't gonna work. It was bumping off the tire. So, and I tried to flip it upside down, but the way it's shaped, the carburetor won't mount up properly. There's like some, it's like shaped kind of odd. So we're just gonna have to do it like this. I don't think it matters. I don't think that fitting added anything to it or any power. I think it just looked nicer and changed the location of it. I could be wrong, but yeah, I mean, gas tank looks good. Got the fuel pump mounted up. The exhaust looks ridiculous because this is meant for a go-kart, not a bike, but I kind of like the way it looks, honestly. And I got the torque converter all mounted up. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and get that riser on there and see if I can get a chain to fit. But like I said, worst comes to worst, we'll at least get the engine running. So I got it running. I'll start it up here in a second. Man, this engine looks nuts in here. I mean, this is just crazy. I'm really kind of pushing it here because I've been running it with this not even bolted up, but the belt should hold it in place. So I mean, I'm not redlining or anything. I'm gonna take the torque converter off. I've seen the break-in is, a lot of people said if you just let it idle for 45 minutes, rev it here and there, that's plenty fine. Change the oil and then it's good. You can rip it how you want. A lot of guys just say break it in how you're gonna drive it. So if you're gonna drive it like hell, then break it in like hell, which I don't really know. I'm just kind of going off what I find on the internet. Yeah, it took me a while to start it because I, for some reason, needed the throttle cable hooked up. I don't really understand that. I found online that somebody's having the same issue I did, and they were like, yeah, you got to hook up the throttle cable, because I just wanted to hear it idle. So we'll go ahead and start it up. I'll just let it run for a couple seconds because I'm not opening my garage door. It's too fucking hot outside, and I want to leave the cold air in here and not set it outside. So let's start it up. Make sure that throttle isn't stuck open. I don't know if you really could see how bad my hand was vibrating. I imagine driving this for even a couple minutes, your arms are gonna be numb. Yeah, the riser plate's in there. I didn't record this because I was trying to rush to get it done for today, and then obviously it didn't work out. But I got some new grips on it, new brake lever. I gotta actually hook up the rear brakes. I just put the wheels back on not too long ago. Shut off switch. I just figured it'd be a little bit more convenient than having to reach down there and shut it off. And then of course the gas tank, which I think fits it really, really well. Yeah, I like it. So yeah, all there really is to do now is just get the bolts on the torque converter actually tightened down so it doesn't fly off. Measure for a chain. I need, watch myself and burn myself. I need to get this bracket right here. But I need to cut it off. It may clear the chain. I don't know if y'all can see. I'm trying my camera to focus here. It might not. Yeah, I don't know. So I'll have to see. I'm hoping this rear sprocket will work. I think I've mentioned earlier, I've been filming this video over the span of a couple days, and it'll probably be a couple more days before I wrap it up. But yeah, so I have to figure that out. I'm hoping it's like not gonna be too short of a ratio to where it's all acceleration, no top end. I don't know. I mean, it could be fun on trails, but could always just try a different rear sprocket. But yeah, I'm just kind of learning as I go. I really never, a week ago, I never thought I even owned a mini bike, and now here I am, building this monstrosity. This, like I said, this whole thing was just an impulse buy. I just wanted to have something fun to do. And so far, it's been a blast, and I haven't even drove the damn thing yet. But yeah, so I guess we're gonna get to measuring for a chain and just buttoning up little things here and there. But yeah, so I just got to figure out a few things on this, and it'll be ready to rip. All right, so I got the bike torn back apart. I went ahead and painted the forks. I just did silver. I wanted to do gold, but I didn't have enough gold paint, and I've been drinking, so I'm not gonna go out and get some more gold paint, and I don't really have time to wait a couple days to try to paint it, so I just went ahead and put silver on it, which is what they were in the first place, but just kind of makes them look a little cleaner. Kind of didn't do a great job taping off the seals here, but I'm gonna take some alcohol to them tomorrow, and I'm sure it'll wipe right off. I don't think the paint would stick to that rubber too well, but I could be wrong. Painted the wheels also. I think it turned out pretty good. I gotta do the other side. I'm gonna let this cure overnight, and then throw a coat on them tomorrow. And then I also wrapped the fenders. These turned out pretty good for the most part. I'm sure they look great on video, but like there's a few, let me see. I'm a perfectionist, so there's like a few little tiny creases right there. This is a metal cast vinyl wrap, so it's really not as malleable as like say a gloss color from like Avery Dennison. This is Hexus. This is a terrible choice to do for fenders. This took me like 45 minutes each fender to do. You really don't want to use vinyl like this for something that's shaped like this, just because they're not easy to do. This vinyl does not want to stretch very well, and when you stretch it, the less sticky it gets. I probably could have knocked this out in 20 minutes, did both of them if I did Avery Dennison, but oh well. I really like the purple sparkle. I think it looks too cool, but you can tell it kind of not my finest work, but considering the shape and the type of vinyl, it's the best I could do. If it doesn't hold up well, then I have plenty of Oracal and Avery Dennison I could throw on it instead. I have like a blue, a teal color. But we'll see. It might hold up pretty good. So yeah, I put the rear foot pegs for my CF Moto on here just because I don't have foot pegs. I do have ones that came with it when I bought it on the bike, but the hardware was all shot and I didn't want to put these back on. So I just threw these on for now. So when I do the test drive, when the chain comes in, then I'll just have something. I'm going to order like mini bike specific foot pegs, but I just wanted to put these on there for now. But yeah, so, and I got the idle all adjusted, so now it actually idles. My shutoff switch is backwards. I don't know if I wired it backwards. If I understand how these work, it shouldn't be my wiring that affects it, but I could be wrong. But as far as I understand it, it just grounds the two, or connects the two wires together. So even if I put them either way, they're not connected until I hit this, or maybe it breaks the connection, but either or, it shouldn't matter which way I'm wiring them. It should always be like disconnect, connect, or vice versa, whatever. So I don't really understand, unless the way the shutoff switch works is backwards to the way this works. I don't really know. But so I have to hit off to turn it on and then on to turn it off. But yeah, I'll start it up. I broke the motor in. I let it idle. This is going to be interesting on the stand. We'll see if it vibrates off and falls to the ground. So the way I look at it is the kill switch is on, and then the kill switch is off, which means you can turn the engine on. But yeah, it's coming along. So really all we have to do is get the wheels finished up on the paint, and then just get everything back on. I guess one of the finishing touches I have to do is I got to do the seat. This won't take long. I need to order upholstery for that. I'll probably do that tonight. I've never had to work with buttons like this before though. But it seems like there's like a string and it's pulled through, and then this little piece of leather and it's just stapled to the plastic. So that shouldn't be too bad at all. So I'll have to do that. I'm probably gonna do like a red leather with it on it, and then probably do like heat press vinyl Ghost 212 or something on the side. Because I'm definitely gonna do that on the forks too. I'm gonna take gold vinyl and layer it on top of some black, and then put like right along here like Predator 212 or Ghost 212, something. I can't think exactly what I'm gonna do yet. And then I'm gonna get a front cover for here and then put the Ghost logo on it just to kind of fancy it up a little bit. Probably put the little Ghost logo in gold on here too. But I mean, this thing is pretty much, doesn't look like it, but it's pretty much done. It's really just some finishing touches. Got the sprocket cleaned up. It was like dark brown, black, but it's nice and shiny. Now I'm just gonna let it sit in this PB Blaster overnight. I'll just keep it in there until I'm ready to put it on. But I scrubbed it down with alcohol and a nylon brush. Yeah, I'm really excited to drive this thing. It's gonna be a little scary, but yeah, the torque converter fits great with the engine riser on it. I still wish I knew what frame this is. I don't know. I can't quite figure out exactly what it is just by looking at ones online. If I had to guess, it'd be a Chinese one. Yeah, I don't know. Like the Colemans kind of look like this, but the way this whole seat mounts up is kind of different. I can't find one with the same seat. Yeah, so I'm just not too sure what it is, but yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got so far. So we'll be back with another update. So that's pretty much it. This thing's pretty much ready to go. So just got to adjust the chain on it. Hopefully in the next video here, I'll be getting a video of me riding it. I did take it on a few test runs in my alley. This is actually like a couple weeks after the fact. I did burn my leg pretty bad on that exhaust. I was also wearing shorts, so that's my stupid fault. It's kind of tough for me to find time to ride it because I work a bunch and I have to haul this somewhere because I can't ride it on my streets. I would get pulled over in a heartbeat. But yes, I hope you enjoyed the video and a riding video coming out pretty soon. Other than that, thanks for watching.